Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's out there? How did we get to where we are today? And most importantly, why should you care? Join me and let's find out. In the early 20th century, the scientific community was struggling to understand the behavior of atoms, the tiny building blocks of all matter. Classical physics was unable to explain many of their properties, leading to a growing sense of unease among scientists. Many believed that something was missing from their understanding of the universe, but few knew that a Danish physicist named Niels Bohr was about to change everything. So buckle up, because today, we're gonna be taking a journey through time and space as we explore the incredible life and legacy of this brilliant scientist. We learn how Bohr unlocked the secrets of the atom and revolutionized our understanding of the physical world. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our exciting content. Born on October 7, 1885, in Copenhagen, Denmark, Bohr grew up in a time when science was rapidly advancing and transforming our understanding of the universe. His father, Christian, was a renowned physiology professor, while his mother, Ellen, was a former teacher who was instrumental in fostering her son's love of learning. Growing up, Bohr wasn't your typical kid. While other kids were out playing, he was at home reading books on advanced topics in physics and math. By the time he was 16, he had already mastered the basics of calculus and was conducting experiments in his own home lab. In 1902, Bohr began his university studies in Copenhagen, where he quickly made a name for himself as a brilliant student. He earned his PhD in 1909 and spent the next 4 years working in Cambridge under the renowned physicist J.J. Thomson. When Bohr returned to Copenhagen, he became the head of the Physics Institute at the University of Copenhagen in 1916, where he would spend the majority of his career. It was here that he would make his most significant contributions to science. But it wasn't easy. Despite his brilliant mind, Bohr faced challenges throughout his career. He struggled with self-doubt and had to overcome numerous obstacles to get his ideas accepted by the scientific community. However, his determination and passion for knowledge never wavered. Through sheer hard work and dedication, he managed to unlock some of the deepest mysteries of the atom, forever changing our understanding of the physical world. Alright, now let's talk about the stuff you really came for. What was Bohr's biggest contribution to science? Well, that would be his model of the atom, also known as the Bohr model. Proposed in 1913, this model was a groundbreaking development in our understanding of atomic structure. Before Bohr's model, scientists had a very limited understanding of how atoms worked. They knew that atoms were the smallest building blocks of matter, but they didn't know how they were structured or how they interacted with each other. Now, enter Bohr, who had a brilliant idea. He suggested that electrons, which are negatively charged particles that orbit the nucleus of an atom, travel in specific paths around the nucleus, much like planets orbit the sun. But there's a twist. Bohr proposed that these electrons could only exist in specific energy levels or shells, and that they could move between these levels by absorbing or emitting light of a specific frequency. This model was a radical departure from the existing theories of atomic structure, and it was initially met with skepticism from the scientific community. However, Bohr's model was able to explain several key properties of atoms, such as their discrete atomic spectra, which is the pattern of lines observed when white light is passed through a gas. This evidence provided by spectroscopy convinced many scientists of the validity of Bohr's model. And guess what? It laid the foundation for the development of quantum mechanics, which is a branch of physics that studies the behavior of matter at the atomic and subatomic level. That's right. Bohr's model was so groundbreaking that it led to the birth of an entirely new field of study. But wait, there's more. Bohr's work had a profound impact on other areas of physics as well. For example, his model helped scientists understand the behavior of molecules and chemical bonds. It also paved the way for the development of new technologies such as lasers and transistors. In fact, Bohr's model is still used today as the basic framework for understanding atomic structure and behavior. But Bohr wasn't just a brilliant theorist, he was also a gifted teacher and mentor. He played a crucial role in shaping the careers of some of the most brilliant physicists of the 20th century. One of his most famous students was Werner Heisenberg, who developed the uncertainty principle, a key concept in quantum mechanics. Another one of Bohr's students, Max Born, made significant contributions to the development of quantum theory and was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1954. Let me tell you, Bohr's influence on the scientific community was immense. He was a founding member of the Solvay Institute in Brussels, which was a center for scientific research and discussion. He was also a key organizer of the Fifth Solvay Conference in 1927, which brought together some of the most brilliant minds in physics to discuss the foundations of quantum mechanics. During this conference, Bohr presented his famous complementarity principle, which is a fundamental concept in quantum mechanics that states that certain pairs of physical properties, such as position and momentum, cannot be known with absolute certainty at the same time. But Bohr's contributions to science were not limited to theoretical work. He also made significant contributions to the development of nuclear energy. In the 1930s, Bohr began studying nuclear fission, which is the process by which a heavy nucleus such as uranium splits into two or more lighter nuclei, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. This discovery led to the development of the atomic bomb, but Bohr was troubled by the potential consequences of this technology. He was a strong advocate for the peaceful uses of atomic energy, and he warned world leaders of the dangers of nuclear weapons. After the war, he returned to Denmark and continued his work in nuclear physics. In 1957, he became the Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization UNESCO, where he worked to promote international cooperation in science and education. Throughout his career, Bohr received numerous awards and honors for his contributions to science. In 1922, he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics for his services in the investigation of the structure of atoms and of the radiation emanating from them. But his impact on the world of science went far beyond any single award or honor. In 1962, Bohr suffered a serious illness that forced him to retire from active research. However, he remained active in scientific affairs until his death on September 18, 1962. He was 76 years old. Upon his death, the Danish government declared a national day of mourning, and thousands of people lined the streets of Copenhagen to pay tribute to the great physicist. So there you have it, the amazing life and contributions of Niels Bohr. He truly was a brilliant mind who changed the course of history. Now it's time to hear from you. What do you think of Bohr's work and legacy? Do you have any thoughts or opinions you'd like to share? Leave a comment below and let us know. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on our latest content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.